There's our next skater representing Mongolia, Misheel 19 years old. This is her third Junior Grand Prix season. Misheel was born in the U.S. but moved back to Mongolia in 2020. Spent the year without ice until 2021.
Misheel skating to Adin. Mongolian representative Misheel OTGONBAATAR completes her short program. Understandably a little frustrated with this skate. This is a skater who has relocated to the cricket club in Canada for full-time training and for her university studies. So was hoping to be able to deliver a skate that was reflective of that life commitment, but being able to replicate what you do in practice and in competition, so difficult, especially when you're so eager and hungry to showcase the fruits of your labor.
We saw some nice deep edges on that step sequence. There's the triple toe, didn't get all the way around, but good mechanics getting into the rotation position, not high enough or long enough in the air to make it all the way around the double axel, and does get around but a little awkward in the air. And we see some of the steps here. She loses a little bit of balance on this flying sit spin that's in at a level 3, so that's pretty good. Just missing one feature for the level 4. There's the camel spin, that's in at a level 3, that was well centered. There's the donut feature. Did a good job there. But you can see the skating skills that Jason Brown talked about that, maybe off air to us, about the skating skills classes that they have at the cricket club, teaching the basics of skating. Right here, look at the soft knees, deep edge right there, so, and into the loop. You can see that but maybe she's not been there that long yet. That takes time, 18 hours a week in Toronto practice.
Yeah, and I just wondered, because you could see there's some pretty heavy padding on the left hip and thigh, so you know, we don't know whether or not there's something at play there which has prevented Misheel from being able to commit. Because if you're injured, it can so often impact your conviction to everything. So that can then have an impact not just on the jumping pass, obviously, but then the freedom to glide and let it go.
No, she's got some nice qualities, but you know, as we've talked about, the sport is so complicated. Maybe complicated is too, maybe it's not the right word, I don't know, but it is detailed so much. There's so many things to learn. If you try to learn them all at one time, it gets diluted. So you got to pick a certain area to work on. It might be jumps, could be spins, could be steps, but you got to have the basics of skating, and that's the first thing you need to deal with. It's less interesting to do, less fun than jumping perhaps, but that's why you see a lot of schools, top schools, spend an hour each day on just skating skills. Depth of edge, timeliness, etc. The score is 27.25 for Misheel. That'll put her currently in 6th place. And she looks at that and wonders, what is that? Okay, correlate, where am I at in all of this? What do I need to do? What's my next part of my plan?